Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Get Ready With Me here on my channel. Now, as you can already tell by the title of this video, this Get Ready With Me is going to be centered around this Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and this is the Jawbreaker palette. I have been wanting this palette for the longest time, and that was like one of my biggest regrets, is that I didn't end up buying this palette when it first launched, and I was so sad, but better late than never. I was finally able to get my hands on it, and I'm super excited to play around with some of these colors today. So let's just go ahead and get started. If you would like to see this Get Ready With Me using the Jawbreaker eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, then just keep on watching. So of course, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyelids with this e.l.f. eyelid primer. And then after I get all of that applied and blended out, I'm going to go in with the first color from the Jawbreaker eyeshadow palette. You guys know me, it's going into my crease. So I'm going to pick up the color Cone, which is kind of like this matte peachy color. It's really the closest matte, neutral-ish, tannish shade in this palette. So that I'm just going to be applying into my crease so I can add more as a transition shade. Now that that color is all applied and blended into our crease, I'm going to go in with our next eyeshadow shade in the name Brain Freeze, which is this matte powdery blue color. It is absolutely gorgeous. Or, wait a minute, what am I saying? It is a perfect Cinderella blue shade. I cannot believe a Disney fanatic like myself did not take advantage of that. But either way, it is a gorgeous blue color. So I'm going to just start by adding this color into my crease as well, using a little bit of a smaller, more dense blending brush, just so I can blend it into my crease and then also keep the pigmentation as well. And then of course you're seeing me switch up my brushes, which means I'm just going back in with the Cone shade to build pigmentation, make sure the colors are blending together. Now I'm going to start by building up our lid shade, and the color I'm going to be using for that is this beautiful matte, lighter lilac purple shade in the name Gumdrop. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that name. And I'm just going to be applying this color all over my lid. So if you're not already seeing the inspiration that I had behind this eye look, I really kind of wanted to create a more unique cut crease, but in my own style. I've always struggled with doing cut creases. I feel like even in this video, I don't think I'm doing it properly. I just don't know how to do it. I don't understand how people do it. They make it look so easy, and it's not easy at all. But that's kind of what I'm doing with these two shades with the purple and blue. Now this particular eye look, I was totally winging it in my mind, even though I wanted to do it. When I started to apply the colors on my lids, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna look awful, but I decided to just stick with it. And I feel like at the end, when everything is applied, I feel like it all kind of ties in together, and I feel like it looks pretty good. But yeah, that's the kind of look that I'm going with for this Get Ready With Me. And of course, after I get that purple shade on, I'm gonna go back in with the other two shades that we used. Keep going back and forth, make sure pigmentation and blending is on point. So here's what we got going on so far for this eye look, and now let's go ahead and move on to the face so then we can go back to the eyes and finish everything up. So first I'm going to prime my face with my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So now we're going to move on to our first of two concealers, and this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I get mine in the shade Brightener, which is the lightest shade that they have, just because I'm someone that has really dark circles. I love how this concealer really brightens my under eyes. But word of warning, and I didn't know this when I first started using this concealer, it works better when you apply it underneath your foundation and other concealers, because originally I would apply it over everything, and I went to a work party that had flash photography, and the pictures, I looked so ridiculous because literally my whole under eye area was completely white. So that's just a word of warning. Don't make the same mistake that I did or you're gonna look ridiculous. But anyways, after that's applied, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, which is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. Mine is in the shade M20 Warm Beige. Now I'm going to move on to my second and last concealer, which is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. And this is the most ridiculous product that doesn't have your shade name. So you can buy it once, but good luck buying it again. And then I'm going to set all that in place with my two different powders. The first one that I'm going to be applying underneath my eyes is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in the shade 011 Creamy Natural. And then I have this other CoverGirl Vitalist powder. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I'm just trying to use it up. It's almost gone, so I'm just going to be applying that over the rest of my face. And with all of those different products applied, we don't want to look too cakey, so now let's go ahead and with our setting spray, I'm going to be using this CoverGirl Outlast Active Cooling Setting Mist. Now before we go back to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and work on my brows. So the first product I'm going to be using is this gel from CoverGirl. I don't know like the specific name for it, but mine is in the shade 715. And then once I have that gel in place, I don't have a specific brow powder, or I guess I do, I just haven't dipped into it yet. So honestly, I have just been using my Rimmel powder to set the gel in place, and that's the same powder that I use to set my under eyes. And I mean, it's a powder, it works well. And then once I have my brows set with the powder, I'm gonna set them even more with my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. Now let's go back and finish up the rest of the eyes. I'm gonna move on to the lower lash line, and I decided to go in with this darker true blue shade in the name Soaked. And then after lining that eyeshadow on our lower lash line, then I went back in with the color Gumdrop, which is the same purple shade that we applied on our lid, and I just used that color to blend it out. Now for an inner corner highlight, I was so drawn to this eyeshadow shade, so I knew I had to apply it somewhere on my eyes. So I went in with the color Snack, which is kind of like the shimmery, peachy color. And as far as a brow bone highlight, I went in with the eyeshadow in the name Jawbreaker. And this is a shimmery, kind of off-white color. Now, last but not least, to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with some eyeliner and mascara. So I'm going to take this CoverGirl Perfect Blend Black Pencil Eyeliner in the name 100 Basic Black, and I'm going to put this on my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Paris Unlimited Mascara. And of course, because I have eyelash extensions, I'm just going to be putting my mascara on my lower lashes. Now for face makeup, I'm going to be starting with bronzer. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. bronzing palette. This is in the name Bronzed Beauty. I'm just going to take a couple of the shades in here, mix them together, and apply them on my cheeks and around my hairline just to apply a nice bronzed tan look to my face. And for blush, I'm going to go in this little quad palette from BH Cosmetics. This is their Vanilla Peach Truffle, and I'm going to go with this lighter, more matte pink shade. Even though it looks really pink, it's way more subtle than you would think it is. So I absolutely love this shade. And lastly for highlighter, I'm going to go in with a Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost Highlighting Powder in the name Lavender Snow. This is like a light, obviously lavender purple highlighter, but don't let the color scare you off. It is so subtle and it's absolutely gorgeous. Definitely one of my favorite skin frosts from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now for lips, I kind of wanted to do something a little different. I was just going through my makeup and I found this Lip Ammunition lipstick from Jeffree Star Cosmetics that I don't think I've ever tried before. It's in the shade Yummy, and it's kind of like this lighter lavender purple shade. And you would think it's a really like daring color, but actually it's very, very sheer, which usually I'm not really a fan of like really sheer glossy lipsticks like this. But I thought it was perfect for this eye look because obviously we have a lot of purple going going on with our eyes and then the purple highlighter. And because, you know, with the purples and blues, there's a lot of color going on, so I didn't want to do too bold of a lip. So I thought this lip ammunition would be perfect. I'm just gonna line my lips and fill them in with this nude lip liner from Wonder Kiss, I think the brand is. And then I'm just going to apply this lip ammunition all over my lips. And that is it for this Get Ready With Me inspired by the Jawbreaker eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like how this eye look turned out, also give this video a thumbs up. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about it. Like I said earlier in this video, I was really nervous about it and I thought it was not going to turn out, but the end product I'm kind of proud of. It's different, something I don't usually do, and I think it turned out looking pretty cool. So I would love to hear your guys' opinions. And of course, if you are someone like me that loves Get Ready With Me's, I have a ton of them here on my channel. Make sure to check out my Everything Makeup and Beauty playlist here on my channel. I'll put it somewhere on the screen or in the description box down below. And yeah, I'm gonna get going for now, but I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.